Everyone, it's Celebration Friday. I'm back to my normal scheduling of videos. Thank you so much for all of your participation in the last week with this with the challenge. It was so fun, and I had such an awesome time with all of you. And then I got to be in Boston visiting my family and celebrating the long weekend for July 4th. So it's been such an awesome time, and I'm really excited to be back with you more in official capacity. And today I wanted to share with you why it's important to celebrate the things that are not working. And I had this coach who once told me the importance of, it sounds really funny. Right before I share that, let's talk about this. There may be things that are not working for you currently in your career, including potentially your salary, right? If that's the case, I am going to be doing a webinar on July 19th, and you can join me. It's at noon on July 19th. It's called Unlocking Your Income Potential, the 5 hidden secrets of creating the salary that you want in a career you love. So join me there, and we will be talking about all the things that have worked for me in order to create the career I love and how to make a 6-figure salary doing so. It's going to be super powerful. It's everything I used in my corporate career, and it just showed me how much this was important to share, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. And now back to regular programming. So this coach of mine, he once shared with me that I should be grateful and excited when I have a flat tire on the side of the highway. And I was like, why would you ever be excited about that, right? Like, I mean, what could possibly be it seems like such an inconvenience, right? And he's like, well, what if you met your soulmate when you're waiting on the side of the highway and AAA comes by and that the man behind the wheel is your soulmate? Or somebody who stops on the road to help you change your tire. And I was like, oh, I guess that is a different possibility I didn't think about. So it's interesting to think about it from that perspective of instead of being like, oh no, this is the worst, just going, yes, this is exciting. And this is this mindset piece is super important to celebration and to creating a career you love. There are many, nobody is successful overnight. And there are a lot of very big millionaires, important careerists, ambitious people who, are currently in a place where things aren't working. And you can either choose to be upset about it, or you can choose to let it go and say, I know it's all going to work out, and let me celebrate and have fun and laugh while I'm at it. And some people have a lot of trouble doing that. And what I'm inviting you into is cut the trouble out for yourself and start shifting your perspective and start saying, this is exactly where I need to be right now in order to create the career that I love. That could be you could be in a place where you have a bad manager. You can be in a place where there's a toxic work environment. You can be in a place where, your business partner doesn't treat you equally. You could be, having family troubles. You could be having your best friend dying. Anything and everything. And I'm not saying don't have feelings and don't get upset when you need to get upset, but celebrate those things, knowing that this is all happening for a reason to create a career that you love. And that really helps me shift my perspective when something's not going well. Last week and this week, my dad has had complications with a surgery that he had on Monday last week. Well, that's why I was in Boston to begin with. And I got a phone call. I was coming from a work trip in Chicago, and I wasn't there for the surgery itself because I was on this work trip. And I was coming to Boston on Wednesday evening, and I get a phone call from my sister while I'm in the cab on the way to the airport in Chicago saying there was a complication. Our dad was delirious and couldn't put sentences together, and the doctors were there trying to figure out what to do. and they thought that he had been over medicated for some reason, that they had kind of given an inappropriate dosage or something like that. So it was really scary for a minute there. And my sister was particularly frightened, and she had called me, and, you know, I had that choice in that moment to say, I am going to freak out, or I can choose to say, I trust that this is happening for a reason, and there's literally nothing I can do about it from Chicago. I'm on my way to the airport. I'm on my way home. And I asked a few questions. I figured out what, how I was feeling about it. And then I said, you know what? I'm getting there when I get there. I'll see him tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And I'm choosing to understand that whatever is happening for a reason, and I don't need to, I know that I'm moving forward in my life and my career to the place where I'm really, really happy. And it's hard. It's not an easy thing to learn right away. Like, this is something that I developed over time. And so I invite you to start doing this for yourself over time and be compassionate as you develop it, because it took me a while to get here. That kind of conversation would have had me wrecked for days in a previous life. But it became really, really important to me to start viewing my family's life from that perspective, and to just view my life in general. Whatever comes my way, there's a lot of things I can't control, but I can control how I feel about things, and I can choose to just say, you know what? I'm going to trust that this is where we're supposed to be, and this is what we're supposed to do. And that's it. And it has led to me saying yes more often, not necessarily with my dad. I didn't quite get there. I was kind of like, all right, I get what's happening, and I can be calm, cool, and collected about it, and know that there's there's something going on. But with something like a flat tire on the side of the highway, I have gotten more to the point where I'm like, I am here for a reason. This is going to work out, and maybe I'm going to find something that I'm really looking for from this experience. So where is it in your life that you're doing this, and that that you could look for seeing it in a different way, so that you feel better about your current place? And celebrate that fact. Celebrate the fact that you don't know where you're headed exactly or how it's going to happen, but you're working towards that career that you love. And the only way to really get there is to really focus on saying to yourself, I'm going to trust that this is that this is exactly where I need to be, and this is why. So share in the comments if you have any questions about this, and I'd love to hear from you. This is a really important topic in terms of how to handle yourself in your career, and I'd love, love, love to hear what you have to say. Can't wait to see what you create. Bye, guys.